All right, so let's begin our discussion by reviewing what we have done, particularly with the definition of an expected value, and let's get into some details on what do we mean what unexpected value is. So again, an expected value, as shown in your screen, is just either if it's discrete, it's just the sum of the random variable times the weight. So meaning to say, kukunin mo lang yung random variable nung corresponding weight nun based on the probability distribution. And then sum it up, use the summation for discrete, for continuous, use the integration. On the other hand, where you're talking about the variance, yung pagkakaiba naman ng variance, kung nakikita mo, you are to take how far your the values of the random variable x, in this case, may bilugan ko na to, in this case x, gaano siya kalayo from your mean. So I'll use the symbol for the mean. So meaning, ang magiging symbol natin dito for the mean, let's use the mu. I've asked, I don't know bakit siya tinawag mu, but may nagsabi sa akin, kasi daw mean, letter M. So mu, kaya parang ganun ginamit na symbol. Ganun din for the standard deviation, gumagamit sila ng sigma for the variance which is sigma squared to indicate, because letter S daw, sigma, so kaya yun ang ginamit na Greek letter. So, I don't know. Kung di ko pa naman na-confirm, baka totoo nga. So, anyway. So, when you're talking about the variance, so simply, what you're computing is the square distance of each of the values of your random variables from the mean, tapos with its corresponding weight per values of the random variable. So, ito yung magiging formula. So, simply take the summation if it's discrete, or the integration if it's continuous. But nicely, last time we were able to simplify further yung formula of a variance by simplifying it as simply the expected of the square of the random variable minus the square of the expected values. And by Jensen's inequality last time, we were able to show na palaging positive ang variance. So positive or zero. But never siya magiging negative because we were able to show by Jensen's inequality na ang square of the expected value of the random variable, the square of the expected value of the square of the random variable is always greater than or equal to the square of the expected value of the said random variable. So na-prove na natin yan last time. Okay, so what we are interested is that we need to first understand anong ibig sabihin again ng expected values.
Pangalan ko
So,
lang po. Kung
yes, yes.
if the variance could be negative, assuming na meron, what would it even mean? Parang wala po siyang meaning na.
Wala kasi ang intuitive meaning lang talaga ng variance is that it's a square distance. 'Di ba ang standard deviation is just a square root of
Opo.
your variance. So ang standard deviation naman is the average distance. So meaning to say if you put this into real world situation, parang wala ka naman may masasabing negative distance
Opo,
unless
ito nga po.
if it's
Parang
directional.
it doesn't make sense.
That's right. So parang unless kung meron kang direction or 'di ba may magnitude and direction. So, pero in this case scalar lang yung inyong value for the standard deviation. So for now this is positive or zero. So
Opo.
pwede itong zero. So as to the meaning ng inyong tawag ito, your expected value, let's go back to what we understand. Di ba sa expected value mo, it's either you take the summation of x times the probability distribution. So in this case, I'll use x and sum it up if it's a summation, if it's tawag nito, discrete, or take the integration, pero the same pa rin na magmumultiply ka ng iyong value ng random variable times its corresponding na weight or ng probability distribution, d of x. But in this case, kung titingnan mo, remember this is a probability. Probability yan. This is also probability. Or in other words, we can define it as a weight. Meaning, anong contribution ng X mo to the overall value? So for example, ano bang pinaka common na sabihin na lang natin estimator ng mean or average? Ay yung famous na formula na magko-compute ng mean or average.
Plus, sum over yung number ba?
That's
No.
right. Add mo lang lahat ng mga values mo divided kung ilan sila. It's actually still an expected value. Kasi in fact, if you let x to have values, for example, tawagin natin x sub 1, small x sub 2, up to small x sub n, say, gamitin na lang natin dito capital N, if you are to take the average or the mean of all of these values of the random variable, you simply add this up, x sub 1, x sub 2, up to x sub n, divided by kung ilan sila lahat. But if you will be rewriting this is just x sub 1, ang value ng random variable mo, times the corresponding weight, which is the probability 1 over n. And, this is just the sum, then divided by a common denominator. So you can rewrite this expression as follows. So in other words, ginagawa mo lang, this is just the summation of your x sub I from 1 to n times 1 over n. So in other words, this is your probability distribution, which is in fact, in this case, uniform. Kasi pare-pareho lang naman siya along the way. And if you will add this up, this is just n over n, or that's equal to 1. So, meaning, later, pag-aaralan natin that this formula will become somehow our best estimator for some of the computed na mga expected values that we will have in the future. Yung palagi yung term na hinahanap diyan is how will you show that this is the best unbiased estimator. Yun ang mga technical terms that we will be learning as we will go forth with our discussion this afternoon. All right. So, okay, take note ha. Again, in computing the mean is just like what we have done, usually get the expected value. In this case, yung common computation of an average, add them together, divide it by kung ilan sila lahat-lahat. Tapos, in fact, again, ito generalization na yan ng ganitong idea. So this is just a generalization of what we have discussed in the past. So, now, the question. Ito, tatanungin ko sa iyo to, Joshua. Why do we compute for the expected value or mean and the variance of a random variable, given that this random variable has a distribution? Bakit ba siya kinocompute?
Because it's useful po, yung most common na value. Tsaka yung variance din para to know if you're accurate or precise bar na.
Alright, because particularly itong dalawang information na to will somehow give you a best description about your data set. Okay?
Opo.
In this case, parang try to imagine, meron kang data. Ang data mo is in terms of ito yung mga ito yung mga values ng iyong random variable. Say this random variable has the following, parang ito yung magiging itsura niya. Say ganun. Not necessarily perfectly parang bell shape, but you can locate the center, meaning ang somehow kaligitnaan ng data mo. Somewhere here, let's call this actually your mu or your center, which is in fact your expected value of your random variable x. So, lalagay ko lang yan dyan. That's your x. Tapos, ano naman yung representation ng variance mo? Or sabihin na lang natin, ang variance mo dito is sigma squared. So therefore, your standard deviation is just equal to the square root of your sigma squared, or obviously, your sigma. So
Ano pa yung pagka-bell niya? Kung flat, medyo mas mound bar, mas spike.
that's right. Ito, in this case, assuming lang ito yung napili lang natin na na how it look like. So, usually, again, your expected value of the random variable is your mean, meaning gitna. It's a measure of center. So, may sulat ko dito, your mu is a measure of center. Or sometimes sa mga literature tawag dito, a measure of central tendency. Sulat na. Central tendency. Okay, tendency. So meaning, ang ibig niya lang sabihin, that's the gitna. That's the middle value. So there are other ways, not only the mean, the average. You can also compute for the median. You can also compute for the mode. If it's perfectly balanced altogether, ang tatlong values na yan, iisa lang, pare-pareho because of the symmetry kung balance siya. Pero if it's skewed either to the left, to the right, so syempre mag-iibang tatlong value na yan. So one of the things na kinocompute natin, ito yung mean or the expected value of x. Now next, how about yung tinatawag nating sigma, which is what you call your standard deviation or a measure of dispersion. Anong ibig sabihin nito ng sigma or variance?
Mm, yung pagkaano nga po, tawag doon, yung general, kalayuan ng mga, ano ba, data.
That's right. Or in particular, sabihin natin, ano ang average distance? Ang average na kalayuan ng mga data together. Di ba? Pwede naman sila scattered around eh. Hindi naman yan
Tama,
pare-pareho
hindi naman pare-pare yung distance.
sa center. Pero, if you take the average, kung average ng mga distances nila, yun na yun. Yun ang meaning. You can imagine this. This is your center. Gaano ba kalayo ang mga data mo from the center? Ayan. That's it. So meaning, dito yan. You're looking at ano yan, ang mga values na yan. So this is actually one standard deviation away. So let me write this down.
But if you
Itong
find the standard deviation po of the deviations,
again.
let's say po yung may naggawa po kayo ng bagong data set based on yung how far away they are from the center. What if you take the standard deviation of that? May tawag po yan.
Again, I'm sorry, Joshua, can you repeat your question again?
Kumbaga po may ano, yung data set nga po, iba-iba yung distance.
Yes.
What if you find the standard deviation of that data set? Ng
So,
distances po.
so meaning to say, what do you mean? Paiba-iba ba siya mga distances of each of the different data?
Diba? Kukunin niyo po yung standard deviation of the data set produced by the distances from this
Mm-mm.
graph. Is there parang inception? Kung meron ba po, may tawag po yan. The standard deviation of deviation.
Ah, meaning say kukunin mo mga that's a good question actually. Tama yung question mo. Parang you try to, parang itong ina-imagine ko, Joshua. You have a very big data set. Tapos ginawa mo, nag-resample ka. Meaning, may data ka, nag-randomly select kasi 1 million data set. And ang kaya mo lang i-analyze, say 100,000. So you randomly select 100,000 and you compute for the mean and then you compute for the standard deviation.
Aba.
Tapos sabi mo, can I try it again? So I'll be replacing back the data, tapos magkukuha ako ulit ng sample again ng 100, then compute for the mean and standard deviation. And I'll do this say 100 times. So meaning I have 100 mean and I have 100 standard deviations. So,
Aba.
so ang tanong mo, if this is the case, in the case of standard deviation, ano yung tawag if I'll take the the average of all the standard deviation or ang mga standard deviation of the standard deviations?
Aba.
Ayon. Actually may tawag diyan. When you're talking about what you call sampling distribution, meaning to say it's somehow a method of looking at what if you do resampling or another technical term na pwede nating gamitin, bootstrapping. Kung magbo-bootstrap tayo ng data to come up with a realization of the data, it will give you a different distribution again of means and standard deviation. So, ang tawag sa mean doon of your means is actually a sample mean or a sampling mean. And ang isa naman, ang standard deviation of the standard deviation, ito na yung mga sampling standard deviations mo. na kinukuha. And it has specific distributions. Now, some question. In theory, ang mga values na to of your standard deviation at mga values na to of your mean, theoretically, based on the central limit theorem, it will actually give you a good approximation of the whole population. So, si sample mean ng buong population will be the sample mean na kinumpute mo earlier. So, kukunin mo yung average of all of the sample means, yun pa rin yun ang lalabas. On the other hand, iiba na when they're talking about with the standard deviation. Sa standard deviation naman, meron ka bang, para may expression ka doon na i-compute mo, kukunin mo, i-divide mo siya ng some square root of kung ilan na sampling ginawa mo. So, square root of n. Yun ang ginagawa. For you to compute for a sampled standard deviation from your sampling distribution. So technically yun ang somehow ang magagawa mong mga calculations later. I think we will be discussing all of this ideas once meron na tayong discussion about sampling distribution. And why is it later? Bakit maraming statistical tools ginawa based on the normal distribution, yung mga tinatawag na mga parametric tools or or parametric statistics. Bakit it's always na dapat it must satisfy normal distribution? Kasi, because ang sabi natin kanina, the central limit theorem. If you have a data, no matter what, anong itsura nun, if you do resampling all of the time or bootstrap the data set, it will always geared towards normal distribution. Kaya, lahat ng mga adjustments na ginagawa, it's palaging i-base mo sa pagiging normal ng data. So, that will be our magiging discussion natin later. I hope you get the idea, Joshua, nung sinabi ko earlier.
Abo.
Alright. So ito lang, medyo quickly lang to. So in our illustration, on the left hand side of the mean, one standard deviation away. So magsasubtract ka na lang ng one standard deviation or mag-a-add ka ng one standard deviation. So it will give you what will be the width na papasok within this parang interval of the standard deviation left and right of your mean. It will give you just simply a distance. And again, by empirical rule, so babalikan lang natin empirical rule. Sa empirical rule naman is that if your data is symmetric, hindi nga sinabi kung tama ko, hindi naman sinabi na dapat it's bell-shaped. So, bell-shaped na in normal, but as long as bell-shaped, shape. In this case, kung if it's one standard deviation away from your mean, meaning ang interval of values na yon, you will have 68% of your sample or data. So, kung two standard deviation away, it's around 95% of the set data. Kung 3 standard deviation away, hindi ko na maalala exactly, it's around 97.6 ba percent. Let me correct lang kasi hindi ko siya ma-memorize kung kung ang empirical rule. Empirical rule. Kung gaano siya yung 99.7. Sorry. This is wrong. So this is 99.7. Okay, let me correct this. So this is 99.7% of the data. Meaning, ang ibig niya lang sabihin, given that your data set is symmetric, looks like a bell shape, so ang buong data set mo, it's only 68% if it's one standard deviation away from the mean, lahat-lahat nun, or if it's two standard deviation, 95% of the data will fall within the left and the right of your plus or minus your standard deviation. Okay. So, yun lang naman ibig sabihin. Bakit kailangan natin i-compute palagi ang mean at standard deviation of a distribution or of a data set? because it will give you a picture of the shape of your data. What do we mean by shape? Anong dimensions na kailangan natin? It's only where the sender is and how wide or how slim your data set. Or sometimes tinatawag ko dito, how sexy the data set is. Kasi sabi daw nila noon, naalala ko in the year 2000, nung medyo nag-click ang statistics, sabi daw, the sexiest profession daw ang pagiging statistician. Pero
Wow.
ngayon, pinalitan na nila, the sexiest profession daw is data science kasi meron ng technology, mathematics, and computer science na nagmi-mix together. So, yan yung mga may mga terms na ginamit noon all about statistics and data science. Okay. So, any questions muna before we'll proceed so far, Joshua, with our part introduction? Okay. Kung wala kang question, let's recall other properties of your expected values. Say halimbawa, if you are to take the expected values of ax plus b, yung x mo is a random variable, b is just a constant, a is just a coefficient of a random variable. So this is equal to what? Ano yung expected value ng itong linear na expression na to, ax plus b? Either you use x to be discrete, so you take the summation, or x is continuous, take the integration.
Expectation.
So x is RV, real na variable. A and B are just say real numbers lang. Sige, sabihin natin gano'n. So this is, what do you think?
Mm, ano kasi yung ano po na sum? Parang diretso lang po na.
Sige, so isulat natin na para makita.
Expectation of AX plus the expectation of B yata.
A times,
Expectation of X
okay, plus
plus expectation of constant is 1 yata. Ay, 0. 0, 0.
expectation, a constant. Oh, i-compute mo dyan. Makikita mo yun. Use the formula, either of the two. Ito. Expectation of a constant. So, imaginein mo si x mo dito constant.
So the ano nga po na from the summation of a constant. Constant.
'Di ba lalabas kung if this is your constant, so lalabas 'yan sa summation. Hindi na siya maapektuhan ng summation. So,
Aba.
what's the summation of the probability distribution?
1 po.
1. So, therefore,
The constant itself.
yeah, constant itself. So, sulat natin dito. Yeah. Again, kung gusto natin i-review, sorry, constant itself, B. Okay. Kung review natin, the way we are doing the calculation for this is that assuming lang natin, say, gamitin natin X is, suppose X is, say, ano gusto mo? Discrete or continuous?
Discrete muna po. So wait.
Discrete. Discrete random variable. So therefore, if you are to compute for the expected value of ax plus b, this is just the summation with respect to x of ax plus b times the probability distribution of your random variable x. Tapos, you can do the summation, distribute the summation over the addition. So we'll have to distribute f of x and the summation, sorry, plus the summation of b of times f of x with respect to x. And we know we can rewrite this again. Kung gusto natin isulat again, ang a natin, we can take it out from the summation. So this is the sum of, small x pala yan eh. Hindi to big X. Nagmumukha siyang big X kasi. small x. Yan, small x, f of x. Dati naalala ko, ano bang small, ano bang big? When I first encountered this expression. Ayan. So again, the first expression, the sum of x times the probability distribution, that's just the expected value of your random variable. Tapos itong sum na yan, it's equal to 1. So yeah, b. So yun lang naman. And you can do the same with the integration. So I'll just leave you to do the calculations. So how about ito? At this time, mag-a-add na ako ng dalawang random variable. Tapos kukunin ko ang expected value. So what is the expectation of this?
Mm, the expectation of X plus the expectation of Y.
Yes, that's correct. The expectation of x plus the expectation of y. Very good. Okay, so I'll just leave you on how to do the calculations. Gusto mo ba ipapakita pa or I'll just leave this to you, yung
I mean,
calculation?
it's the sum of summation, so medyo obvious na. But
Obvious.
parang pang
Ganun sa integration kasi linear. Ang integration, linear din ang summation. Next, ito, hindi to obvious. The variance of AX plus B. Kanina, expected value. So ngayon, variance naman.
A pa rin nata po, A var X.
So
Uh,
sige, susulat ko ha.
wait lang po.
Question mark.
Opo.
Ano? A var X.
Wait lang po. Actually, mas magandang siguro start with yung expectation form ng variance.
Alright. Sige, so compute natin. So i-blank ko muna natin to ha. So i-blank. Ay,
Sige po.
sorry.
Ay,
I-blank. Ay, sorry. Gagamit ako ng eraser tapos nag-ano siya. Ay, ba't
ah, hindi na po pwede mag-erase.
Oo. Dapat hindi ko siya ililift. Kasi,
Ah, yun po.
ayan. Ayan. That's correct. Include
Ay,
and
natawag pa na. When
yan.
the world is trying to make your life harder.
Sinabi mo pa. O, kahit may AI ngayon, pero ang bilis ng ano ng knowledge eh. Mabilis mag ano kung nag-AI ka.
Opo.
Okay. Actually, very useful yung AI eh. Especially if you are now, alam mo ng basics, parang calculator noong unang panahon. Naalala ko yun eh. Kasi sa aming umuso, sorry Joshua, sa panahon ni dad mo yung umusong calculator eh. Kasi, noon kasi there was a theory na sinasabi that calculator will make people dumb. Kasi hindi na magma-manually compute, etc. When in fact, it really makes people work faster. Try to imagine na magma-manually calculate ka doon nakapila sa grocery store. So, maghihintay ka ng ganung katagal kung manual calculation pa no.
Tsaka
So, ngayon, bilis QR code na eh.
errors.
Oo nga, prone to error din.
Tsaka meron pong mga impossible na ano po na yung sobrang daming data. Paano
That's true. So paano siya you do some analysis out of that. So anyway, let's compute this again. So using na anong gusto mong gamitin? Summation or
yung ano po,
integration?
siguro yung ano nga po, yung summation muna.
Summation. Okay. Let's consider the variance of ax plus b. So this time, this is just ang definition ng variance is just balikan natin ha. The definition of the variance look like this. By the way, if you consider this as a function of x, so ito function of x yan. So kung linear yan, linear yan. So pwede natin isulat that way. So let me erase this expression. So let's write this down here. Saan na yan? Ayan. So this becomes actually ax plus b minus mu, or the expected value of x squared of f of x. Yan. So this time, what you are interested with is to compute for what is mu in this context. Kanina, ano bang mu natin dito? This is just the expected value of x. Ano ba yung expected value of x kanina natin? Dito, yan. So we simply copy this. So, sorry. May nalimutan akong expression pala. Dapat isusulat ko this way. Mali yung yung notation na sinusulat ko. Dapat ipapakita ko that this is the expected value of AX plus B. Ayan, para kompleto. Of f of x. Ayan. Pero we know, we were able to calculate earlier that this is just equal to A expected value of x plus B. Yung buong expression na yan. So, therefore, anong mangyayari inside? Anong matitira sa loob?
Mm, so, AX plus B, pwedeng ano yan? Ah,
So, ito, ax plus b
A,
minus
A
A
quantity.
expected value of x plus B.
Pwede naman hindi siguro i-quantity na. So, AX plus, AX minus na.
Mm-mm.
So,
Ax minus.
quantity X minus the expectation of X, wala na po. Yun na po.
Ayan, tama. So, sulat ko lang dito, A times x minus the expectation of x. Ayan. Di ba? Yun ang parang naging itsura niya. You have a b minus b. Zero na yan. So, wala na tayong problema dyan. But, again, you can rewrite, you can take out a, common factor si a, take it out sa labas ng summation, pero again, under the squared, so magiging a squared. So matitira sa loob, you have an x minus the expected value of x quantity squared. Or pwede nating isulat ito as your mu of x quantity squared f of x. Can you tell us what is this expression? Ano ito? What's that?
Yung kanina po. Yan mismo yung variance.
Yes. So therefore, all of this is a squared variance of x.
So, na-ignore po yung B na.
Oh, mawawala si B. So meaning, hindi translation invariant ang variance. Ay, ito yung technical term na sinasabi. Hindi translation invariant. Meaning to say, hindi mo mapapalabas si B. Mawawala siya. So, yun ang tawag na hindi siya translation invariant. So, therefore, let's write this as a squared times the variance of x. Yan. Naalala mo yung may exercise tayo last time na sabi natin, common siya na common siya na question sa mga quiz bees or sa mga math quiz bees. If you have a data set, tapos nag-add ka ng say 10 on all of the values of that data set. So ang question, uh, what is true to the following? So isa sa mga question na sinasabi niya, uh, the variance is the same. So the answer is yes. So ang variance niya pareho pa rin, hindi magbabago ang variance. Kahit tinranslate mo ang data to the left or translate the data to the right.
Mm,
Medyo nakuha ang
it makes
idea?
sense naman po. The actual distance between them won't change.
Again.
It makes sense po kasi the distance between them won't change.
Yes.
Pero kasi
Mag-change man yun syempre ang
ako,
ang mode, I mean the mean and the median kasi mag-ano siya, mag-a-add ka
ako.
talaga in the left right. Pero yung shape niya, gaano siya ka slim or gaano siya ka wide would still be the same. Hindi maapektuhan.
Kaya yun,
Yun ang tweak niya.
naapektuhan naman po siya ng A kasi diretso na po siya. Talagang wina-widen niya po or nililiit kaya talagang may effect po sa variance yung A.
That's correct. Okay. Now next, itong last na property. Number 4. What is the variance of x plus y? So x and y mo are random variables.
Yung may
Pwede
ano po,
pa.
may formula po yan yung may covariance. AX. Hmm, parang ano yata po, ano ba yung ano dito? Parang var x plus var y minus covariance of xy.
That's correct. Pwede. Var x plus var y Actually, plus 2 covariance of
Kasi yung quadratic.
XY. Ayan. And let's define. Anong ibig sabihin ng covariance? Siyempre, de-define natin. So, and we will do some computations what a covariance is all about. Where your covariance of XY is just the expected value of the following product. So say x minus mu with respect to x, meaning expected value mo with respect to x. So medyo isulat ko lang dito in red. So this is the expected value of x. Then finally, another one is y minus mu y. So meaning ito ang expected value of y. So in other words, ibig niya lang sabihin is that kukunin mong distance ng ng mga values ng random variables with respect to x, tapos kunin mo rin yung mga distance with respect to the random variable ng y, tapos i-multiply mo together, kukunin mo yung average. So ano yon? So yun ang ibig sabihin ng covariance. Dali lang, give me less than a minute. May pipirmahan lang ako dito.
Opo.
Joshua, saan na yan? Pangalan ko. Yan. So now, itong life, sir, ng ano ng mga nasa administrative position, palagi may pinipirma.
Nga po.
Alright. Okay. Thank you. So now, tapos na. So now, actually, intindihin natin to, anong ibig sabihin ng covariance? Kasi it's a very useful information na may na if we will be understanding this later when you do some statistical techniques, magagamit talaga to. In formula, so this is just twice the summation with respect to x and with respect to y kasi dalawa siya. X minus mu x times y minus mu y. Tapos ang assumption dito, yung distribution ng dalawa mong random variable will be another probability distribution as a pair. So ang tawag dito, joint distribution. So hindi muna ako magdi-discuss further what is a joint distribution. But try to imagine, may dalawa kang data set, when you take to consider yung kanyang distribution, yun ang joint distribution. If it's a normal distribution, parang itsura nun, parang mountain na three dimension yung itsura. Yung parang, di ba, ang normal distribution parang bell shape. So try to imagine na i-rotate mo ang bell shape na yun. So magmumukha siyang parang mountain nga talaga. Parang mountain.
Para yung ano yung three-dimensional version niya.
That's right. So para you can imagine it this way. So isulat ko na lang siya.
Mukha po siya, actually may mas maganda pong description. Mukha po siyang bell.
Yan. Ay, exactly, yung bell lang talaga. Parang gano'n. Parang gano'n. So, yan magiging itsura niya. So, this is your X, this is your Y. Ito yung parang frequency niya. Or probability later. Probability.
Yung ano po ng ano, yung ano po ng ano, probability density ng electron. Yung ganun po.
The, pwede. Pero by the way, ang electron, ang particles kasi quantized. So, meaning to say, discrete packets.
Opo.
So,
So, may
so
ano pa.
yung
Very small.
pa-circle. Okay. Buti alam mo na yan, ha? Ako nung bata pa ako, hindi ko pa alam eh. So take, gets. I mean,
Pwede pala pong ganyan. Yung ano, ano sa po tawag dyan? Surface integral.
ang ano?
Surface integral ba po? Yung tawag.
Ito, yeah. Pwede to. Surface integral yan.
Pwede
But
po
normally,
yung tawag sa ano, summation. Double summation.
double summation, wala rin. Double summation lang. Wala naman siyang talagang definite na na meaning. Pero
Hmm.
yung yung surface integral iba din ha. Iba din yung surface integral. Kasi ang surface integral, meaning kukunin mo lang naman yung surface, di ba? So meaning it's
Opo.
only one integration. Pero ito, in this case, kukunin mo yung volume of both sides. Meaning, kukunin mo yung volume, not volume, kukunin mo yung area on one dimension, kukunin mo ulit ang area ng another dimension. So two dimensions siya of area, so therefore you have a volume. So parang, try to imagine, yung isa ni-rotate mo together. So,
But,
isa naman ni-retain mo
opo.
yung
Pero
kanyang
ba't dalawa lang po? Yung usual na nakita ko po daw yung volume integral tatlo eh. So, ba't dalawa lang po dito?
Hindi, ito, dalawa lang talaga.
Mm.
Oh, kasi hindi naman siya thoroughly volume. Kasi try to imagine, ito na ang kita mo yung z-axis. Ang z-axis is not a random variable. It's a probability.
Okay. Kaya wala pong integral doon kasi it's not
Wala.
random.
That's right. So
Mm.
kaya ini-imagine mo lang siya parang ni-rotate mo lang siya actually yung isang side mo for the said calculation.
Okay po. Okay.
Okay? So yan. So medyo i-complete ko lang siya muna. And y minus mu y. Tapos f of xy. Tapos dx, dy. Ay, sorry. Uy, ba't nawala? Ayun. Dx, dy. Ayan. Please be careful in the future. Every time when you do integration, kailan ba pwede i-switch ang mga differential forms? So, ang tawag dito mga differential forms. Ito yung mga expression na yan. Differential forms. Differential forms. Kasi usually ginagawa natin, siniswitch palagi natin siya. It's always, you can do the integration of the first, then do the second, or vice versa. In fact, actually, with higher integration, hindi siya palaging totoo. So may mga klaseng integrations later that you will learn, especially with the type of numbers you're dealing with. In this case, ang real numbers kasi commutative, so pwede siyang i-switch. But in reality, hindi siya palagi totoong i-switch siya. So careful ka lang in the future if you might be encountering some integrals like that. Okay. Now, hindi ko pala yung sabi, no? Kung ano ito, your f of xy is a joint distribution. Now, i-take note lang natin that if you have a joint distribution, if your x and y are independent, parang you can take this literally that the action of the first variable has nothing to do with the action of the second variable and vice versa. Ang ibig niya lang sabihin dito, your joint probability distribution function can be expressed as the product of the marginal distribution of the first times the marginal distribution of the second. Or in other words, distribution ng x at distribution ng y. Yun lang naman ang ibig sabihin ng pagiging independent. So mathematically, it means ng kanilang mga distribution can be just a product of the other. So for it to be a joint distribution. Now, so if this is the case, I want you to consider ano yung expected value of x times y. Yan. Di ba? By definition, this is just the integral, double integral, or double summation. So, liitan ko lang ha. Double summation of your xy times
Hmm.
y. Or double integral of xy times y dx dy. But kasi independent sila, ano mangyayari? Kung
Mm.
independent ito,
Iba na po yung ano na. Independent variable.
ano mangyayari? Una-una, ano mangyayari dito? Yan, dito. Ano mangyayari dyan?
Ah, Wait. Kung independent,
Itong define natin independent kanina. Kung independent ang x and y, mangyayari
wala
sa distribution, hihiwalay. So therefore, mangyayari dito, hihiwalay din ang ito. Hihiwalay siya dalawa.
yung ano ba? What about, kasi nakaano sila X and Y, dalawang input. Maging,
Input lang naman siya. So meaning, magse-separate din ang input.
okay po. Okay.
Therefore, you can split this into probability of f of x tapos probability f of y. So pwede mo siya ma-split that way. So therefore, pwede mo nang split ang summation mo into two. Ito kanina instead of x and y. So one is the summation with respect to x, summation naman with respect to y. And then similarly, ganun din sa integral with respect to x, dx. Tapos this integral of y, f of y, dy. But ano itong dalawa na to?
So is this distributive po? The expectation of x saka the expectation of y.
I think ang term hindi necessarily distributed kasi wala ka naman din-distribute, hindi naman siya na may addition talaga. But what you can do is you can split. Pwede mo siya split.
Opo. May tawag
So,
po yan.
so therefore, you will have, tama, well, sabihin na natin distributed nga. Dinistribute mo si X, ang expectation ni X times the expectation of Y. So pwede siya ma-split into two. So now, balik tayo sa covariance. Ito yung definition ng covariance natin, ha? So,
What
isulat
about
natin
ano
yan.
po? What about x to the y?
Expectation ng X raised to Y. Wow. Maano yan? Medyo, parang you're saying, ito ba yun?
Kasi hindi na po commutative.
Atas. You're saying ito ba? Uh, dito ko lang susulat. Gawin ko lang green para at least hindi siya affected sa dinidiscuss natin. So, you're taking the expectation of X raised to Y.
Yes, opo.
Oh, actually mahirap to. Hindi ko rin to naisip. Parang kasi if you go to the definition, integration muna tayo. Let's assume integral of x raised to y, f of x, y. Diba? Ganon. Kahit i-assume natin, suppose x and y are independent. Sasalat ko dito. Are independent. So meaning, dalawang integration para dyan. So you'll have two integration of x raised to y of ano to? F of x times y. Now, hindi natin to mas-split. Hindi natin to mas-split. Mahirap siya. What if, ito yung computation na lang to, ha? So dito ko na isulat. Now consider ko na lang dito. Consider z be equal to this one. Tapos kunin mong log. Ilalag mo lang siya.
Wow.
Log of z is equal to, di ba, y times log of z. So, sabihin na natin, general lang muna yung base ng log natin. So, at this time, meron kang distribution for the log. Kasi may distribution ka mismo for the xy. So, kakam up ka ng another distribution with respect to the log. So, parang familiar ka ba sa tinatawag na natural ano to? Uh, um, log normal distribution. So meaning to say if you have a normal distribution, kukunin mong log ng data. So therefore ang distribution ng log ng data mo is the log normal distribution. Meron mang ganung distribution in mind. So try to imagine it that way. Kasi kung if that's the case, if you take the expected value of log of z, which is just the expected value of y log of x. So therefore, dapat alam natin ano ang joint distribution ng x and y mo with respect to the log of x. But we know independent si x from y. So does that follow na independent din ba ang log of x with y? The answer is, dali lang, di ko rin alam di pa ako sure.
Oh no.
But I believe, i-verify lang natin to next meeting. I believe, ano to, dapat independent din sila. Kasi independent sila in the first place as data set, kukunin mo lang yung isa. So, wala namang kinalaman yung data set sa pangalawa kasi you independently take the log of the other. So, parang yun, that's the idea. So, therefore, this becomes the the integration of y times log of x. Tapos, independent ng x and y mo, distribution of y, sabihin ko lang y lang muna, y. Tawagin ko lang dito, ipa-prime ko lang siya kasi iba yung distribution ni x, iba din distribution ni y. Or maybe you can take the distribution of log of x. So yan na lang, parang yan ang magiging parang idea ng calculation na to. So therefore, we can split this as y log of sorry, y of the distribution may dx dy, ano to, y dy integral of log of x f of log of x dx. So therefore, ito, this is the expected value of y, and this is the expected value of log of x. So depende kung anong distribution. Pero if that's the x, hindi ko alam kung paano siya ibabalik from the original expression kasi hindi mo rin basta-basta mailalabas si log eh. Parang we cannot say right away, hindi natin masasabi to is the log of the expected value of x equal to the expected value of log of x.
Oh no.
Di ba? Wala naman tayong ganun na ano na na idea. Kasi try to imagine ito, kukunin mo yung ang ang ano to? Ang hindi siya totoo. This is wrong. The answer is no. Bakit? Why do you think it's no right away?
Mm, wait. Kung the logarithm of that if pwede maging negative yung logarithm.
Hmm, pwede. That's one. And try to look at gagamit ako ng summation ng magsusummation tayo. Try to
Opo.
imagine kukunin mo tong summation na to. Ay, okay, bye. Ingat. Okay, yung scaling secretary namin na nagpaalam. Okay. So, if you take the summation of the log of x of I of f of x, hindi naman necessarily I pala. So, remove pala yung I. um let's imagine lang, assume lang natin this is say ano to ng uniform distribution. Uniform yan. So therefore, I can take out, pwede kong ipapalabas ang 1 over n. This is the sum of log of x. Naalala mo pa what's the sum of the logs equal to?
The some
Log of x plus log
log
of
of x
this
y
plus
po na.
log of
Opo.
this.
Yung log of the product.
Log of the product. So therefore, this is equal to 1 over n times the log of the product of x. Ayun. So magkaiba sila talaga. So hindi siya necessarily equal. So that's the answer. So meaning, ito lang yung simplification. So numerically, pwede mo lang siya mako-compute, but otherwise, hindi siya perfectly equal to each other.
So mahirap po kunin siguro yung yung mismong from expectation of x lang.
Oo, tama. So for now, itong question na to, which is really tricky, kasi right now I'm doing some computations May kino-compute ako ngayon. I'm writing a paper. If you have a mathematical model, like for example, growth model, there's one paper na ang basis ko, ginawa niya is, di bang growth ng isang tao or isang species, kung i-measure mo sa yung height or length of an individual, ikaw mismo, binantayan ka, Joshua, ni dad mo, yung height mo since bata ka hanggang lumaki ka. Then you try to plot it, then try to come up with a mathematical model out of that. The question is, let's assume that the data that has been collected over time is a random variable. So magko-compute ka ng mean and standard deviation of this random variable. So how will you fit the uncertainty or the probability aspect of the distribution in the mathematical model. Kasi mathematical model is too discrete. Tapos, ang data because of variations over time, umiiba. So, paano mo siya i-interject? So, yun ang ginagawa ko ngayon as a computation. And napapansin ko, some models would have expressions like this. So, hindi naman ganito kahirap na ganito. Mahirap to kasi kung kunin mong expected value ng ang random variable raised to another random variable, mukhang mahirap yan eh. Compared to magsi-square ka lang ng random variable or magmumultiply ka lang ng random variable, which is quite easy to do manipulations if you know the distributions of these random variables. So, kung matatapos na yung paper na yon, I'll show it to you. Ay, by the way, nalimutan ko pala, no? I'll send you my CV.
Apo,
So, isend ko pala yung CV. Nag-request kayo na if you want to read my works.
apo.
So, I'll send it now. Sa ano na lang, dito na lang sa group chat po para at least I could send it. Baka makalimutan ko later eh.
Apo. Opo.
Yes, saan na yun? Main, others, and ayan, and send. May bago kasi akong paper na lumabas. It's a paper in fisheries
Mm,
na kaka-publish lang. So madali lang 'yon. Statistics lang ginawa ko doon. So pwede niyo rin po basahin. It's open. You can download the paper right away.
opo.
Download niyo lang yung file. Andiyan na yan yung link na you can open the
Opo.
paper. Okay, so anyway. So yan, sabi it's a good question na tinanong mo ito kasi it's a problem I'm doing right now with a paper. Papakita ko kung matapos ko na yung calculations na yan. So anyway, so balik ako sa ano ha. Balik ako sa covariance natin. So we can actually simplify covariance. Ito pwede natin masisimplify ito further. Ayan. Let's simplify this further. Itong expression na yan. So let us write this down somewhere here. Okay. So again, we define, let me write it in blue.
Covariance na more than two members.
Oh. So dalawa. Di ko pa na-encounter, Joshua. Pero tama ka kasi pwede na, that's possible kasi if you take the variance of the sum of three variables, di ba?
Opo.
Magkukuha ka ng sum. So let's do it. Let's ano. Okay, bago ko yan i-compute na, balik ako sa question mo. So let's take the variance of x, y, and z. Di ba? Yun ang ano natin. So parang you try to imagine this as let's do the pairing. Sorry. Not x plus z. Mali. Mali yung ano, connotation ko. X plus y plus z. Yan, di ba? Sa tatlo.
Sir, bago po, sorry, wala kasi akong boses eh. Yung pong ano, pwede, hingi po ako ng a few minutes bago kayo mag-end po pa. Yung tatanungin ko sana po yung sa ano, yung message ko sa inyo, yung kung meron kaming algorithm na to
Ah,
make
yeah.
easier pa paano bang gawin yung paper.
Siya po. Yeah. We can talk about it at the end
Oh,
after
okay.
po ng discussion.
Sige po.
All right. Okay. Remind me lang po mamaya.
Apo.
Okay. So, let's do the computation, Joshua. Tatlo to ha. Let's group together.
Apo.
Ang gawin natin, igugrupo natin yung y and z together. And then, let's assume na ang y plus z is one variable and then x is a different variable. So, based on our var pala yung var. So, you're computing for the variance of x.
Ba't may nilagay pa pong dalawang letters na AR? Dapat V na lang.
Ano? Again?
Ba't may nilagay pa pong two letters na AR? Dapat V na lang po para sayang po.
Wala lang, para ma-distinguish lang siya as var. Actually, in some books mo, letter V lang ang ginagamit eh. Pero ako, nasanay kasi ako to really write it as var.
Hmm.
Baka later, 'di ba may X, Y, Z, baka may variable ka na U, V, W, just to distinguish it. So,
Ah,
ayan. So, sulat natin dito muna, var of Y plus Z, tapos covariance, plus 2 times the covariance of X and Y plus Z. Next. Ito, pwede natin mas-split. Ito, you can rewrite this as var of y plus var of z plus 2 covariance of ano yun, y, z. So therefore, we can rewrite this as, magdadagdag ako ng additional paper. Ayan. Let's add these two paper. Ayan. So therefore, this becomes variance of x plus variance of y plus variance of z plus 2 covariance of yz. Tapos itong kailangan natin to expound 2 times the covariance of x, y plus z. Okay. Ito, let's make this much simpler kasi may gusto ko ako ipo-prove mamaya supposed to be ito yung next natin ipo-prove. We can simplify this formula. Let me write this kasi mukhang napaka-complicated ng formula na to na gagamitin. We can simplify this further ng covariance of xy can be written as the expected value of xy minus the expected value of x times the expected value of y. Yan ang masasabi nating simplified formula of a covariance. Kasi napaka-shortcut niya eh. Napakabilis niyang i-compute ito compared na ganitong itsura sa taas. So, expected value of y, ito, lagyan natin. Expected value of y, ay, pangit ng y ko, no? Parang pilay. Ayan.
Parang
Expected value of y.
may congenital defect.
Okay, yan. Ayan ang itsura niya. Expected value of x times y minus the expected value of x times the expected value of y. Yun yung pinakamagandang formula. You can prove. Actually, mapoprove mo to. Foil method. If foil method mo yan, tapos distribute the expectations, tapos may magsisiro dyan. So, I'll, I'll leave this to you as an assignment. Gusto mo?
Sige mo.
Sige, simplify mo itong covariance na yan into this. So, dapat ito yung maging itsura niya. So, show it next meeting.
Mukha naman po siyang gaganon. Kasi yung ano nga, parang foil nga, mukha po siyang foil.
Oo. Naalala mo yung proof nito ng bakit ang variance na simplify natin galing dito sa ganitong formula, ang variance mo is ito na lang. Yan. Actually, it's almost the same idea na ibibigay sa iyo.
Okay.
Alright.
Tama.
Okay. So in this case, ano tayo? So let's use that formula. So ito yung ang idea na to, let's have this following. We will have this expression. So the covariance of x, y plus z. So isulat natin, this is the expected value of x times y plus z minus the expected value of x times the expected value, kahit wala na palang parenthesis, expected value of y plus z. So kung isusulat natin, this is the expected value of xy plus xz minus, kung i-distribute natin ito, this is the expected value of x, expected value of y, diba? Plus expected value of x, expected value of z. But, kung isusulat mo rin ito ulit, and group them together, this becomes the expected value of yz minus expected value of x times expected value of y plus expected value of xz minus expected value of x times expected value of y. But what is this? Ano ito?
Mm, yung ano po, yung covariance.
Covariance. So
Covariance
therefore,
of XY
covariance of xy and
May
plus,
covariance of XZ.
ayun. So therefore, XZ. Yan. So therefore, kung i-replace na natin dyan dito, times 2 ka lang, so this becomes, sulat natin, this is equal to, and ito, oops, yan. This becomes now the variance of X plus the variance of Y plus the variance of Z plus ang dalawang covariance, 2 covariance of XY plus 2 covariance of XZ plus 2 covariance of YZ. Ayan, kompleto na siya.
Wow.
Di ba? Yan ang itsura niya. So now, question. Generalize natin, kasi tinanong mo eh. So, generalize natin. What is now the variance of the summation of xi, where I is from 1 to n, meaning there are n number of random variables. So based on this, based on this expression,
Mm, it's ano po na? The covariance of ah, parang lahat po na yung combinations.
oo. Unahin muna natin yung mga variances. So therefore, sum of the variance,
Variance of XI po.
okay, where I is from 1 to n, plus, ano yung magiging next expression?
The covariance of
Unahin mo muna, may anong common factor?
yung ano po, yung 2. 2
2. 2
times
times.
uh, the summation of
Okay, the summation of,
covariance of X.
so ano magiging expression natin?
X, hindi siya X to the, siguro J yung gagamitin.
Pwede I, pwede J. Tama.
Opo.
I, comma, J.
J, yan po. Tapos ay wait, paano yan? Dalawang index sa summation.
So, ano dapat yung X? Pwede ba maging pareho ang
Di ba?
I, J? Hindi. So, isulat natin dito sa baba as index where I is not equal to J. Yan ang technique.
Wow! Pwede pala po yan. Okay.
Ayan. Yung ibig lang is, sum mo lang mga X and Y basta hindi magkapareho. Yun yung,
Kasi it will go through all of them naman po na, eventually.
oo. Magagawa nyo to if you use proof by induction. Proof by induction. Makukuha mo yan. Okay. Totoo yan. Naalala ko to pinagawa ko to sa mga graduate students ko noon when I taught them probability theory as an assignment. Although
Wow.
hindi ko na ipapagawa sa'yo, pero kung trip mong gawin, so try to prove na totoo yan by induction.
Okay.
Okay. So yun yung yun ang idea. So how about ito? Magdadagdag ako. How about the variance of the sum of a sub I. What do you think?
Ay, pwede naman po malabas siguro yung A sub I somehow.
Okay. So, alam natin, ang una, sure tayo, this is the sum of a sub I squared variance of x sub I, where I is from 1 to n. Sure tayo dyan. Pero ano yung plus? Exercise mo. Exercise to. Papagawa ko to sa iyo.
Insane. Okay, sige po.
Ayan. So, ito yung magiging assignment. Bibigay ko tong copy right after our discussion.
Opo.
Wow. Okay. So, now, ang one useful information. May tanong pala ako sa iyo, Joshua, about covariance. So, ang question ko is, kanina, I mentioned about variance. The variance based on Jensen's inequality, it's always greater than or equal to 0 or non-negative. is the covariance non-negative?
I mean, the covariance, may meaning pa pag yung covariance is negative. So, it could be. Let's see. Kaya po i-prove yan.
Sulat ko dito, question mark, is the covariance of x, y
Kasi, well,
always greater than or equal to 0?
it shouldn't be that hard kasi yung covariance is already in terms of variance anyway. So,
Mhm.
and we know the variance is always non-zero. So, pwede naman po ma-infer from there.
And remember, ang covariance, tignan mo yung formula. Tignan mo lang dito yung formula. Saan ba yan? Covariance. Ito, yan.
Yeah, po. So, it's the expectation of a product. And products are always positive.
If,
If yung isa-isa, kung parehong sign po sila.
yes. But, posible ba magkakaibang sign?
Oh, wait, kasi since these are the expectations as well,
Hmm.
mm, kung if the expectation of X has the opposite sign of the expectation of Y,
Mhm.
pwede ba yun?
I'll give you a hint. Pwede ba yung mean mo is on the right-hand side of your random variable? I mean, one of the data points?
Hindi po. Kailangan nasa ano siya. Ah,
O,
wait.
halimbawa, kung ang
Kailangan
data set mo skewed, very skewed, to the right, to the left. Tama.
pwede
To
po.
the right pala, to the right.
Pwede po, nandun siya. Sa
Oo.
right.
So therefore, may posible, isa sa mga random variable, negative. Pwede isa, positive. So what's the expected value of the outcome of the random variable of the product? 'Di ba? Ang
Oh,
ginagawa mo lang naman sa coefficient, nilalabas mo lang siya, either positive or negative, 'di ba?
so may negative yung isa, may positive isa. So may negative, the expectation of something negative.
Yes. So therefore, in other words, pwede.
Ayun.
Pwede siya maging negative.
Kasi kung ano po, kung may meaning po siya na pagka negative yung covariance. Unlike
That's
yung
right. That's my next point actually sa sunod. So, isulat ko dito muna. The answer is, ano yan? The answer is no. Oh. Meaning, ang covariance mo will be positive or will be negative. And anong useful meaning ng covariance? Well, in other words, when you're talking about covariance, 'di ba may average distance? Kung isang variable lang, it's just average distance from the mean. Pero
Opo.
kung covariance na, remember ko ang mga variable mo is hindi naman independent. So one data set to the other affects one another. So therefore, if you take the expected value, you're taking actually the average distances of the common mean that you are computing. So now, when you are now to compute this value, ito yung, I don't know kung familiar ka sa itsura na to. Gawin natin covariance of xy over the variance of x times the variance of y. I don't know, na-encounter mo na ba ito na parang formula na yan? Or let's call this, ang tawag dito actually rho of xy.
Mm, so the variance of XY, so the expectation of X
Hmm.
over the variance. Mm,
Analyze mo muna ano. Let's go, babalik ko ang formula ng covariance. Susulat ko dito sa baba.
sige po.
Your covariance formula looks like this. Expected value of x minus mu of x times the expect y minus mu of y. Yan. Okay. Then sabi natin, si covariance pwede maging negative. Alright. So, pwede siya maging negative. So, pwede din siya maging positive. Now, next, ito, I'll give you another hint. If X and Y are independent, anong itsura ng covariance of X and Y? Equal to.
It's the expectation of the ano pa na, the expectation of X times expectation of Y.
Tama. So, therefore, this becomes the expectation of X minus mu of X times the expectation of Y minus mu of Y. But what are these? Ano yan dalawa na yan?
The expectation of X saka expectation of Y mo.
Oo. Ano pa?
Mm,
Ay, hindi pala, no? Dali lang, dali lang. May mali ako. May mali ako. Wala naman pala. So, expectation of X, expectation of Y. Dala, tama ba siya? Iniisip ko pa. Okay. May mali ako pala sa ano ko. So, this is just zero. Bakit? Because, di ba, this is just ang una, expectation of X minus expectation of mu, which is a constant,
the
mu
mean.
of X. Ang pangalawa, ganun din. Expectation of Y minus mu of Y. But what is this two? This is zero.
Zero mo. Zero na po
Zero.
yun.
Therefore, zero yan. Sorry, mali-mali yung ano, analogy ko pala. Hindi yun ang naiisip ko. But in fact, actually, yung formula na to, ang tawag dito, this is your correlation.
Kasi kung independent, wait, makes sense po na. Kung independent, the covariance would be nothing kasi they're not related.
Yes, that's correct. So therefore, their relationship will be zero or their correlation is zero.
Okay. Doon pala siya.
Okay? Ayun, yan ang ano yan, yan ang purpose niya. Now, next. So therefore, pwede siya maging positive. What do you think would be the highest value of this correlation? What do you think is the lowest value?
Siguro 1 po, yung highest.
1, that's correct. So therefore, yung rho
Exactly the
mo
same.
of xy, sorry, ang pinakamalaking value is 1. Ang pinakamaliit na value is -1. Your next assignment, ipapakita mo
Totally
why.
opposite. Okay. Abo.
So, kailan siya nagiging 1? May
Siguro pag
papakita mo lang.
fully the same po.
Mhm.
X and Y. When X equals Y.
So, meaning, tama. Kailan, so, kailan, when will your covariance of xy will be equal to variance of x, variance of y, para magiging equal to 1. So how about naman paano naging -1?
Pagka siguro po, X equals -Y, yung totally opposite.
Well, tingnan natin. So, I want you to think lang based on this expression. Kasi si variance mo palaging positive yan eh. So wala tayong magagawa dyan. Si covariance ang paglalaruan. Kung kailan siya naging pareho on that value and so on and so forth. So I want you to look for this. Kung kailan yan nagiging totoo.
Oh
So
no.
medyo marami-rami pa papagawa ko sa iyo, Joshua, no?
This is very sad.
First class pa lang, marami ka nang gagawin. Give you time, mag-iisip. Don't worry, may enough time ka na makapag-iisip. Alright, so
Hindi
so
mo,
far,
pa naman, you must solve this, but you're not allowed to look at it unless nasa solve na po in 5 seconds only.
Ganon nga. Okay. Okay, next. Any questions pala regarding
Wala
sa covariance? So, ito yung magiging review natin. Okay, next. Balikan natin ang idea ng, yung ginawa natin last time, yung moment generating function. So, recall mo lang, moment generating. Naalala mo pa to, yung moment generating function?
The moment.
Okay. So, let's start with the function itself. The moment generating function, ginagamit nating symbol phi of x of t. X is a random variable, t is some parameter. This is just the expectation of the exponentiation of tx. Yan. So, yun lang naman. Or, kung isusulat mo talaga in notations, so this is just the sum with respect to x of e raised to tx f of x, or the integral of maling notation ko, from negative infinity to positive infinity of e raised to tx times f of x dx. At naalala mo pa kung saan natin to ginagawa at saan siya naging useful ang moment generating function.
Yung ano po na kasi yung ano tagan higher power ng ano po na sa loob. Mm.
What do you mean na higher power sa loob?
Yung ano po na tagan for ano kasi yung ano kumaga yung ano po ng ano to find the variance faster.
That's right.
O
Ayan.
square
Kasi,
kagad.
kasi yung formula ng variance, kailangan mo ng e of x squared. So, the second moment, kailangan mo. So, ang first moment is yung e of x. So, kailangan natin yung mga ganong value. So, paano siya hanapin? Naalala mo pa paano siya hinahanap?
Mm, ay yung ano po tawag doon, moment na yun eh. Yung i-differentiate na muna po yung ano.
Correct. Okay, tama. So, meaning, let's take the first derivative of p of x of t with respect to t. So, kukunin mo yung first derivative niya. So, meaning, kukunin mo ang derivative ng expected value with respect to t of e raised to tx. So, ano mangyayari? Paano ka magkukuha ng derivative nito? So,
Oh.
may two ways. May dalawa kang ways. So, kung discrete, so kukunin mong derivative with respect to t of the summation of e raised to tx f of x, tama? Or kunin mo yung derivative with respect to t of the integration of e raised to tx f of x dx, where your x is from negative infinity to positive infinity. But ano yung derivative nito ng summation? Derivative of the sum is equal to
Derivative of the sum. Yung ano po, yung
meron kang nag-add ka. Kunin mong derivative ng lahat ng inad mo. It's just anong property ng derivative
yung
na
ano po,
pwede
yung
natin gamitin?
fundamental theory of calculus ba?
Not necessarily fundamental theorem. So sa summation pa naman tayo.
Yung parang mawala siya.
Hindi pa naman. Hindi siya mawawala. Parang ganito. Try to imagine. Take the derivative of two functions with respect to x of f of x plus g of x.
Separate mo na.
So, paano mo siyang kukunin derivative nito?
df dx plus dg dx.
Right. So, take the derivative of the first plus the derivative of the second. So, ano mangyayari naman kung ito na, yung expression mo?
Separation of all of them po.
So, yun, tama. So, therefore, i-distribute mo. So, let's distribute the derivative with respect to t. Kasi ito lang yung naman yung may t. Ito, yan. Yan lang naman na may t. Wala naman iba. Yan ang kukunan mo ng derivative. How about sa integration? Pwede mo bang ipasok yung derivative sa
Di
loob
po.
ng integration?
Pero yung fundamental theory of calculus yata po na. Pwede mo.
Well, for this,
Pwede lang i-alis.
hindi natin siya ma-apply, yung fundamental theorem of calculus.
Kasi dx po, dx.
Oo. Kasi itong sa taas, hindi naman siya x, hindi naman siya t. So, hindi siya maka-cancel out.
Oh no.
Actually, the answer is, pwede mong ipasok.
Okay.
You can enter talaga.
Meron ba po yan? May mga ba po yan? Parang wala.
May ano?
Ano ba?
May rule siya actually. Take note, hindi siya basta-basta ang pagpasok ng derivative sa loob ng integration. You need to consider some condition. So one particular condition na titingnan mo, anong klaseng variable ang ini-integrate mo? At anong klaseng variable yung diniderive mo? If you are integrating the same variable as within the integration, so hindi ka basta-basta makapag-integrate sa loob. Pero in this case, independent. Iba yung integration, nag-integrate ka with respect to x, yung derivative mo naman with respect to t. So wala siyang kinalaman, so therefore pwede mo siyang ipasok.
Okay. Sige po.
Ayan. Yun lang naman. Except kung sa fundamental theorem, kung naalala mo pa sa fundamental theorem mo, na ito yung itsura na sulat natin. So yung fundamental theorem look like this. Take the derivative with respect to, say, x, say, from negative infinity to x of, say, f of s ds. So this is just equal to f of x by the fundamental theorem. Meaning magka-cancel out yung derivative sa integration kasi with respect to x dyan.
Ano ba?
Ayan, yun lang naman ang yung hindi siya basta-basta maipasok mo without certain rules. But in this case, kasi ang derivative mo is with respect to t, tapos yung integration mo is with respect to x, ang layo niya. So wala siyang kinalaman sa bawat isa. So therefore, pwede mo siya ipasok. So, yun lang
Ano
ang
ba?
pwede mong gawin. So in this case, ayun na, meron ka ng ganitong expression. Anong sunod? What is the, sorry. So what is, sa taas tayo muna. What is the derivative niyan?
Mm,
T.
TETX.
Again.
T times e to the TX po.
Pero take note, with respect to t, ang
Ah,
derivative.
X.
Baliktad.
X pala po. X.
Yan. No, nakakalito. Sometimes nagde-derivative tayo with
Kasi
respect to x palagi.
sanay po akong X siguro yung ano. So, pero with respect na ano pala. So, siya
Ah,
yung makukuha.
yan din ang naisip ko eh. Next, ano ba the integration? Ng sa loob.
Yun din ba?
Ganun rin. So, you're for f of x dx. But, ano ito? In reality, ano ba yan?
The summation. DX na. X squared over.
Ito, value ng isang random variable. Ganun din, value din ito ng random variable. So therefore, pwede mo siyang isulat as the expected value of x times e raised to dx.
Of XE of ito yung ano po yung yun nga po of that expression.
Now, ito ang tanong. Ito ang haba-haba ng ginawa natin from galing dito papunta dito. So, ngayon, evaluate mo ito with respect to, evaluate mo siya with respect to t, gawin mong zero ang t. So, therefore, ang mangyayari is that this the derivative with respect to t of p of t, evaluate mo at t equals 0, is just equal to the derivative of your, sorry, ito yung namutan ko, expression natin, and evaluate by 0. This is equal to what?
It's nothing.
Nothing ba?
Abinawa.
Si t
Kasi
natin, t. Si
so
t 0.
dt of yun so zero expectation of x.
Ayan, that's correct. Expectation of x. Ayan. So, first derivative pa lang yan, ha? How about second derivative? Dito.
Mm,
And evaluate mo with respect to 0. So, meaning double derivative yan. With respect to x, evaluate by 0. This is equal to what?
kung ano pala po kung kailangan niyo po yung mga 15th derivative. Kailangan
Oh.
kailangan mo po ng computer ba nun?
Sa ngayon, ito hindi. Hindi mo siya kailangan ng computer. Tingnan mo lang dito. Di ba isang derivative lang to? Kung
Opo.
gagawin mo na dalawang derivative yan, anong mangyayari after kukunin mong derivative nito twice?
X squared.
Yan.
Okay. So, hindi na siya magiging ever so complex.
So, maging x squared na yan. So, meaning mag-square dyan,
Pero X
magiging
squared lang.
squared.
Wala naman po,
Ayan.
hindi siya drastic change.
So, therefore, in this case,
Ano mo?
magiging x squared. Ayan. So, in other words, kunin mo na, medyo inspired ka, gawin mong lahat ng mga derivative nito. Inspired ka agad, no? So, gawin mo ang
Parang natapa yung obsession na po yan.
derivative. Basta gusto mong kunin ng power, ang ano niya, pattern. So, therefore, in this case, this is the nth derivative of your moment generating function. This is the nth moment. Yan. So, in this case, pwede mo na siyang gamitin as your parang way to compute for your variance and for your expected value in case na mahirap siyang gawin. Mas useful to especially with continuous distribution. May gagawin tayo when we are dealing with continuous distribution later. So just remember, tandaan mo lang ang mga computations like this kasi ito yung gagamitin natin when we are to do computations for the different distributions that you will be encountering in probability theory or particularly later kung gagamit ka ng mga statistical techniques. I'm hoping na matatapos natin yung pagdidiscuss natin ng probability theory hanggang sa mga maximum likelihood estimation, mga least square estimations kasi these are very important concepts that you have to learn, especially when you do some models in the future. Maintindihan mo siya how things work later in statistics if you have a good foundation in probability theory. So for now, actually, may mga certain topics pa ako na i-discuss sa iyo, pero it will now begin to discrete distribution. But i-recall lang natin, a few meetings ago, nag-umpisa na tayo with our discussion with discrete distribution last November, December. So, ito yung mga computations natin. So, kindly recall all of this. So, medyo mabilis ako by next meeting discussing all of these topics. But I'll be emphasizing on some applications of each of the distributions that you have encountered from uniform, Bernoulli, binomial, hypergeometric, and then others pa like negative binomial, geometric, and of course your Poisson distribution. Meron tayong Poisson distribution. Ito yung last topic na we have last time. And then, of course, magta-transition na tayo after the discrete distribution. We'll the transition to continuous distribution beginning with the normal distribution as you now see in the screen. May technique tayong matututunan on how to prove that this is a normal distribution. So as a recall, assignment mo next meeting are as follows. So ito, i-recall na natin to ha. Assignment mo, anong unang assignment mo dito? Sana yan? Ito, assignment number 1. Ito yan, prove na equal silang dalawa. So that's the first one. So this, sulat ko dito, green. Green, green, green.
Ano po, gawin niyo pong green box.
Okay, green box ang assignment number 1. So,
Reference,
this,
green box reference.
okay, this is equal to this. So, this is assignment number 1, assign 1. So, ipapakita mo na paano sila maging equal. Madali to. Madali to siya i-compute. The second one is,
Ano po yung appetizer?
ano mang pangalawa?
Oh,
Ito. Yan. Okay. Next. So, this is your assignment number 2. Kaya hanapin mo yan. Next. Ito. Assignment number 3. Or ito din. Isa lang pala to. Yan. This is your assignment.
assignment number, ano po? 2.5 assignment number 2.9.
3 na lang.
Para may
And
kulang.
then, meron pa bang last? Wala na, no? Yan
Wala
na.
na po.
Yan na. Tatlo lang. At least tatlo lang, ha?
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Wala na po, okay lang ako.
All right. So I'll expect this as assignment by kailan nga? Tuesday. Tuesday tayo mag-meet. So for Joshua, do you have any questions before we
Okay.
end? Bago kami mag-usap ng
Na ako.
regarding yung sa bagong way to do the multiplication.
Wala naman po.
Wala naman. So I think that's it. So you can now, I think, pause or stop the video.
Sige po.
Ayan.